Hello, everybody. Hope you all have had a good week so far. Or at the very least, if it hasn't been good, I hope it's been adequate. So far, my week's been interesting. Probably a good way to describe it. If I can get more, I can get to more of that once we go over to the art stream. So yeah, this is the completed second draft. Honestly, I'm liking how it's turning out so far. The hair here, I am gonna do something a bit different with it. But, I mean, for right now, this is more just like, yes, I want it to be like this as a shape. It's, again, this isn't like the final draft. I'm still iterating on this. But yeah, so what we're going to be working on today is like refining the hands. And if that gets to be too much, then I might go and like try and do some more of the face. More specifically, the eyes. But yeah, that's the plan for right now. And something I think I'll be doing is just get it. Yeah, right now I'm just going to clean up all of this. Oh. Hello, Celis. And actually, before I do that, I need a reminder of what's these. Okay, yeah, no, I can just get rid of those. Yes, it is. So it's a Cyrus stream, and I'm going to be trying to draw hands, so this one might have a bit of suffering in it. But, alright. Yeah, it's gonna have hands, and they're going to look... They're definitely gonna look horrible before I really get the hang of it. But that's part of art. So for now, let's just... Okay, copy that to a new layer. Make it blue. And then just move the layer away. Yeah. It's definitely going to be a journey to actually get the hands right. So honestly, for this one, I don't want to get it perfect. I more so just want to make it a bit more obvious that, like, these are two separate fingers. That's, like, I'm setting a reachable goal for myself. Just make it more obvious that these are two separate fingers. And also kind of like maybe fix the thing with the thumb and such. Because that's pretty much the biggest thing. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a good bit of advice. But yeah, this is definitely gonna just take me some time to actually just like be able to get done. Yeah, it's definitely like the thing with this hand is I'm wanting to kind of keep the blocky nature of like the fingers and such. So, again, like I said, I don't want it to be realistic, but I do want it to be more just, like, recognizable. Because, like, every time I was looking at it and kind of drawing, like, a new draft with it there, it just kept, like, sticking in my head, just like, that's not what I want it to be. It's close, but there's just something off about it. Again, like I said, I feel the biggest thing that is just kind of throwing me off is that the, like, pointer finger and middle finger, the way I have them drawn right now, it's kind of hard to tell that, yes, those are two separate fingers and not just like one big thing. So, again, like I said, that's kind of the first, like, thing to focus on. Okay. Okay, and right now I am looking up a few, like, some references, although unfortunately not too much one. Okay, this, okay, actually there is one that might help. It at least gives me a better idea of how to, like, kind of separate it so it makes more sense that it's a finger. So let me just open it up here to kind of show what let me open up here so I can actually explain what I'm talking about with that. But basically here, like with Taurus Fire's fingers, like they actually have kind of what represents like the knuckle as this little band here. Oh. Alright, get some sleep, Cells. Thank you for dropping by. But yeah, I'm thinking something like this. And like having that could be just helpful to, like, just to help, again, just to actually help show that it's fingers. And honestly, I probably shouldn't be too afraid of actually just, like, exaggerating it a bit more. Like, I'm already going for a hand that is not exactly human. So exaggerating it, making the fingers, like, making the parts a bit bigger might not be a bad idea. Okay. Yep, and just do that. Okay. We won't worry about drawing a little crystal here. That part's not going to change too much, honestly. I mean, I have ideas for what I want to do with it, but like those, they don't really, like the hand is definitely a lot separate than that. So don't have to worry about it. But, okay. Yeah, no, Taurus Fire is only really good for figuring out what to do with the fingers. For the body of the hand, that's a bit more difficult. But they do have it, like, starting from where the, like, main hand ends. We have one where the finger begins on the first knuckle, and then the last one on the second knuckle. Although I guess, yeah, no, it's first knuckle, which is at the end of the hand, second knuckle, then third knuckle. Although I'll say it's surprising he didn't do the same thing for his thumb. Although I guess maybe, is that part not called, like, is the joint at the base of your thumb a knuckle or not? Actually, now I wonder if that was just a thing they did on the concept and then in the actual one. No. Well, I can't tell in the actual one because of how he's posing. Oh, that actually looks like on these rough side. No, okay. I thought on the rough side maybe I saw a line here that they covered over, but it doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh. Wow. That was... Damn. Went to follow and your spam immediately got you banned. Damn. Like, that is like the quickest I've ever seen that happen. Oh, yeah, no, you are definitely a fucking bot. Account created 5 minutes ago. Yeah, no, that's not getting unbanned. Wow. That is just... like, damn, dude. That is just hilarious. Okay, back to the art. And I mean, the hell, the entire first thing was like, hey, love to play games with you and share some tip together. Then add me on Discord. Like, I'm not even, this isn't even a game stream right now. I'm doing art. Like, damn, dude. Anyway. Okay. Okay, actually, let me just take a look at like my own character ref. And yeah, the way Eris, it was like, yeah, you could just tell because of how the lines are. Like, yes, this is a hand, and it's a normal hand, so it's not too big of a point of reference, but it's still one of them. Actually, if I take a look at it, I think I used to, like, it was basic standing. Yeah. Oh. Hello, Red. Looks like I got you a Minotaur horn this time. I hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. And I hope you enjoy your time at darts tonight. Okay, that's why I did it with the index finger closer in and the middle finger out of it. Well, thank you for your peek. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, so that's why I did it like that, because the default pose with this... of how this is standing with the way the hand falls. Yeah. Default pose like that, the way the hand falls. The middle finger will peek out from behind the index. Okay. Well, nice to have a little reminder of why I did it like that. Okay. Thank you, Red. And yeah, today went well. Other than having to deal with like all the mess that second shift left for us, but yes, well, even with that, the day wasn't too different from normal. Yeah, and I might as well get into that. So for a few months now, there really hasn't been a second shift at my job. I mean, well, for my job. There have been second shift for like other parts of the warehouse, but not for the painting. I honestly don't know why. It was a weird thing when it stopped. I appreciate it when it stopped, but it was still weird. But yeah, so for the last few months we haven't had second shift. Then I just come in today and find out that, oh yeah, we had a second shift last night, and they have pretty much just moved everything everywhere. It's all out of place, and we just have to deal with that. Which, it's not much of a thing to deal with, but it is a pain. Because it's like, I'd had everything prepped at the end of work yesterday for me to be able to just like get started to work immediately as soon as I get in and get my little workstation set up. I gotten a cart full of laptops that I could have just worked on, painted, and just settled into the routine. I come into work, most of those laptops are gone, and somehow, like, a few of the remaining laptops have been put onto my coworker's cart, while some of my coworker's laptops that he prepared haven't put onto my cart. Neither of us have any idea why they did that. Like I said, I don't know why they do what they do. I don't know like what kind of organization they're like trying to have with this, but yeah, just annoying is the best way to describe it. And also I think either they're blind or they just really, it was like a fucking liar. Because one of the things we have to do with the paint guns is we have to sign them out. They're like important pieces of equipment, so when I pick mine up in the morning, I have to make sure to sign it out. I have to write my name, which paint gun I'm taking, and then check like, was it clean when you picked it up? And then when you sign it back in, you have to put like, was it clean when you signed it back in, and did it have all the parts, and so on and so forth. And I'd say I do a pretty damn good job of cleaning my paint gun. There are some stains that stay on there from the paint. It's not specifically on the gun part, it's more in the little paint holder. Because yeah, there are some stains that stay in there, but they're like light stains, and it's more so just like small ones. It's a bit annoying to get out. But it's clean. Like, I wash it thoroughly, I dry it, I make sure it's wrapped up nice in the little microfiber cloths. I do all that. This guy comes in, signs my paint gun out, the paint gun I use, and it has the fucking gall to write, "It was not clean." Motherfucker. And then, when he checks in, he says, "Oh yes, I cleaned it. That thing was dirtier than when I cleaned it. Basically, it was dirtier than when he received it. And it was still fucking wet." The dude does not know how to actually dry it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he just like ran some water through it, then just like barely wiped it off and then wrapped it all up and was just like done. The fucking temerity of some... Temerity? Okay, wait, I need to look up... Like, I have read temerity before, but I need to look it up to be sure I'm actually using it in like its proper context. Temerity. Oh yeah, excessive confidence or boldness, audacity. So yeah, the temerity of some people. Like the fucking temerity to think that returning it like that when it was dirtier than when you signed it out, and then fucking saying, "Oh yeah, I cleaned it." You did a piss poor job of cleaning it, fucker. And now I'm gonna have to like waste a little bit of time in the morning to take the gun out, unwrap it, and actually verify whether the fucker cleaned it or not. I guess gonna do a shit job of cleaning it. It's probably also gonna mark no, it was not clean when I got it. And at this point, I'm just going to do the same thing and fucking return it. At the very least, I'm gonna be fucking honest about it. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I had to just get that out. Okay. Alright, so go like that. Then going to need just the little section here, like for each of the knuckles. Maybe more so, yeah, like that. Or maybe extend out, actually, yeah, extend the index finger out a bit. Actually, yeah. So we get something like that. Okay. actually wait. And sorry if you guys are hearing the lawnmowers. That is just going to be happening. Okay, I've got an idea for this right here. Well, if I'm already using these as a way to just to note, like, these are where the joints are. Then we keep it like this. But we have it be kind of wider around the edge here than like this. That way, again, to just denote that yes, it is turning, like it's bending here. And just get you guys like this, and maybe just have like a little bit of a bend. So something like that. Okay, might want to tweak like the width of the parts. But I feel like this works well. Now, if we're kind of following this, it gets here and goes like, probably not like that. Like, we go like this. And again, when we get here to where the other joint is, although honestly, you should probably go a bit further. Like about here. And something like that. Okay, I'm thinking the general shape of it. I think the general idea, I like it. I feel like I kind of need to, like, it might just be just the size of, like, the sections might be a bit off. Like, maybe, no, I think the length is good, but I guess it's because, like, yeah, no, it's because looking at how it starts and how they shrink down is making it weird. Like, the first one is that wide, and then the next one's like that. I mean, okay, I know a finger will narrow in width as you go down it, but I guess it might also be just that it might be because the last ones don't feel as narrow as they should be. That might be it. Hmm. Okay, that feels like it looks better. Okay, and actually this one should end it should probably end about here. Okay, looking good, but I kind of need to... not exactly that. Hmm. Hmm. Like, it feels like I'm getting somewhere, but... Hmm. Well, maybe I just need to draw the rest of the hand. Maybe that'll help. And yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Now, if I keep it like this, I mean, honestly, I'd be able to accomplish something similar to, like, something similar to delineate here's where the thumb part of the hand begins, by just basically using a different color for the actual fingers, as opposed to, like, what happens with the hand. Like how Taurus Fire does it here. The fingers are this, like, the fingers are the gray here, so you can tell, like, okay, here's where the thumb begins. And I wonder if... is it just Taurus that does that? Yeah, because, well, again, so Mega Man doesn't, which makes sense, he pretty much has normal hands. And Cygnus doesn't either. Because, I mean, I guess with normal hands, you don't really have to worry about it. And obviously, neither does Harp Note. Yeah. Honestly thinking I might want to try and at least have the thumb a bit further away from the rest of the hand. Because of how it is right now with this, it just... like, it doesn't even need to be too far away. I just need some space between the main part of the hand and where the thumb is. gonna take that off and okay, might as well draw this part. Just like this, just feel like okay. Does that make it look? Okay, it makes it look a bit better at the very least. And yeah, I definitely need to separate the thumb a bit from here. In which case, I don't know about shrinking the thumb. It might be better to just kind of have this part go out a bit more. Like to here. Get something like this, maybe. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Although honestly, just having the two fingers is definitely looking a bit awkward. So, what if I... Well, it's pretty much just trying to figure out, like, okay, how much exactly do I need to... Like, how much more detail do I need to add in to make it more obvious this is a hand? I mean, honestly, I probably don't need to add too much more detail. But I think this part is okay, because, like, if you're looking at a hand like in this angle, then for the most part, this part of the hand, actually looking at it, I really, yeah, that's what happens when you, although honestly, actually, it wasn't even, that might actually be a bigger thing that's messing me up. I shouldn't be having this much of the middle finger being shown. Okay. Which pretty much means I should be kind of shrinking the hand a bit. In which case I can put more space between the thumb and the, like, palm. So for now, let me just... I'm still going to want these... for reference. But yeah, I need to turn this from a mitt into a hand. Probably not exactly that much of a arc. Probably something along the lines of this. And that's... Okay, actually, if I want to... Then... Maybe kind of like... About that much? Like... We keep the back of the hand here, same as it is. But I move this in this much. So obviously this finger is still going to connect here. Obviously less of it is going to be seen, but it still connects here. I think... I do think that actually gets a good idea of how big it should, of like how you kind of slope from following the slope of it, like, because I am just basically looking at my hand to figure out like proportionate, like how this should look, and I think this is getting close to it. So I wonder if I just kind of go like, does that actually look a bit better? Huh. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look too bad. So now... Okay, so holding it like this, then you start to see like kind of a bit come out from like this part after the second knuckle. Yeah, because first is the base, second, then you kind of see a part come out like here. Comes out like this. And then a bit like that. And then the pinky just kind of comes out on its own. You actually, like, depending on how the hand like rests, you actually could see a space between the ring finger and the pinky. Actually, I wonder. Okay, flip it horizontal. Let me just rotate this so it matches like how I'm actually holding my hand right now. Well, you kind of get something like that. And you could say, Something like that. Maybe not that much space. Okay, now I see where I've... Okay. Actually, on that part, we can keep it's this part up here. Also, this I can probably like flatten out. It doesn't need to curve that much. Or maybe I should just actually have it. Yeah, actually, yeah. I'll just have it be closer to the like ring finger. Basically, in a sense like this, just kind of hooks off like that. God. I mean, I do this to myself. Maybe looking at my character reference would actually... Maybe looking at it again would help. Yeah, V's pretty much just... Eris pretty much just... Huh. Well, yeah, I guess for a character reference, you really don't care too much if the hands look like perfectly proportionate. Because I do think with this, they did just basically, like after they got the body and after they get the first like front view finished out, they probably did just, at the very least, it was probably for the like draft value, the colors and stuff. Probably just flipped it horizontally and then changed up the details for the back. I mean, honestly, that's what I was planning on doing, so no shade. Just kind of noticed because of how this hand is. And I mean, that would probably be an easier way to do it than what I'm trying to do here. Honestly, I'm spending so much time on this, and it's not even really that important of a thing. Honestly, the most important part of this was the deciding of having these little parts here for the like to delineate where the knuckles are. And actually thinking about it. Yeah, how it is with Taurus, it looks like when he's actually has his hands in a fist, like the sections of his finger actually bulge out farther than kind of like the little gaskets where the knuckles are. So would I want to do that? I mean, and to be fair, that wouldn't exactly be too difficult. I just have these parts be more set in and then just kind of like extend the lines on this a bit. I mean, at the very least, I do like that the main part of the hand is already looking less like just a block, and it's now more like actual hand shaped. Like, that's a good thing. Maybe if I just kind of draw it like this. Okay, actually, yeah, I like that better. Yeah, I feel like you could tell that that's a hand. Like, that does feel like it just gives off like, yeah, that's a hand. Is it the most perfect hand ever? No. But I am liking it better than what I have here. Okay, we got that one. Move it here. And flip it. And yeah, honestly, I'm just doing this kind of. I kind of angle it a bit. Might as well turn the second draft into, like, might as well make it blue. To make this easier. Okay, that's a good spot for it. And then just... Now I just have these to use when I'm getting into this. Like, I have those ready for when I'm drawing the third draft. But I'd say that is actually good. And now I can just move the layer anywhere. But okay. So the hands are done. I'll just trash this one. Now for the eyes. Well, eyes and just face in general. So for that, don't need the entire like helmet. I just really need like the part that's going to be in there. That way I can just know like, okay, this is going to be like behind it, or this part's going to be like obscured. Or if I need to just like actually kind of change like this part of the visor, if I need to lower it. And talking about that, I know need to look at a few, like, if possible, I could change it from being like this to kind of being more of a full face one. Or at the very least to maybe not full face, but like covering like, oh. Okay, let me actually just, instead of just talking about it, let me show it. Like, not going full faces in all of this, but more so is kind of covering like that or so. Of course, another possibility, I could, instead of having them go like that, have it go like that, although, yeah, not really into that. Okay, I can at least show this reference off without having to worry about spoiling anything. Like, I could do something like this, where basically just having the visor actually be further out from the face. Like you can see here, it actually shows that the helmet, everything, it actually does stick out further than the face. Which is something I'm going to have to think about when I get around to doing the side view. Like, how much bigger is the helmet than the actual head? Or like, how far does the helmet go from the actual head? Boy, that's gonna be fun to figure out. But yeah, I could do it like that, or I could do kind of like what Harpnut has, where it's, like I already showed, like it curves. But yeah. I just feel like the eyes are a bit too... The eyes just feel small. And I mean, like, I know... Yeah, well actually, yeah, the eyes of my ref are actually... Like, they're not huge, but they are... Like, bigger than normal, I guess. Like, bigger than you'd expect, or... Not bigger than you'd expect. Like, the ones I've drawn... They could be bigger. And actually, looking at how my eyes are in this... Yeah, honestly, I should be trying to get this eye shape. Because that would... Like, that would definitely help more. Than what I have right now, because... Yeah, these are not good looking eyes. Okay, in that case, might not be a bad idea. Just for now, just to kind of make this a bit easier for me to, like... Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot, Yeah, I forgot I had already kind of, like, clipped out the eyes here. Okay, I can shrink them a bit. I just forgotten I had already done that. So I just kind of have them here to... Like, I'm not going to try and directly... Well, okay, I will try and... I'm not going to just directly trace over them and then kind of like shrink that down the match, but I will do a few traces over to get a better feel of like, okay, this is how like I draw this kind of eye shape. Like, I can get rid of them later, but this I feel like will be helpful for me to actually figure out like, okay, so this is how I do this, like, and also think about okay, I don't really need the eyebrows, honestly. It can work without eyebrows. And I mean, if the helmet is a bit bigger, then my eyebrows are like under here. So, yeah, I mean, might not be a bad idea to have like a little bit of eyebrow showing. Okay. So with these, like, just to get a feel. Okay, go like that. Then like that. So yeah, no matter what, this part's always lower than the inner party eye for this eye shape is always going to be lower than the outer part, than the outer point. And looking at like this, okay, no, looking at myself doesn't help me too much. So say I have it here. And go like that. That feels like the same kind of shape. Okay, now. Okay, the top kind of. I feel like I want to kind of have the top curve down a bit. Well, the top needs to be a curve, not a line. So let's try that again. Might be good to designate some points. So if I start there and end there, we kind of need to go like that. Although, we kind of start more naturally. Okay, maybe this point's a bit too tall. Maybe it just needs to be like that high above. Okay, I felt like I had that going, but then I just messed up on the end part. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that feels nice. So now if I try and do the same over here, with this part being just like here. Let's flip this to make it a bit easier on me. There it is, there's a scroll bar. Okay, I think I had it a bit too low before. No. No, not that one. That did not look good. Okay. Is it the distance I'm having issues with? Right there. Maybe here. Then go to about there. Maybe if I just get rid of that part. Okay, it's closer. Almost. Okay, but yeah, I definitely think it was a distance thing might have been influencing why I felt like it just wasn't working out. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, but the top part still isn't getting it right. I just need to figure out how that arch works. That feels close. And no on that. Maybe? Okay, a bit better. Okay, I feel like this part's good. I just need to kind of fix the curve here. Is that it, maybe? No, okay, now the end. Okay, I think I kind of figured something out. I need to curve more, like, go like this, but then, dang it. Okay, redo that one. Like, we rise like this, and then go down like that, but not exactly like that, but that's closer. I need to be a bit smoother going down. Means kind of like a bit more like this. And now that I'm getting a better look at it, I'm thinking might be easier if instead of trying to do, I might just, no. If I could just kind of squash this a bit. And not scale or rotate up. I need to remember which one. No, distort just does that. That's not what I want. And scale, yeah, no, it just shrinks it. Or I can't just kind of squash it down. Free transform. Okay, a free transform's kind of. So yeah, kind of like. Though is that? That wasn't too different. Something like that feels a bit closer, so sure. Except now it doesn't. Might as well just take that off to the side for now. Oh, wrong layer. Okay, yes, it's about here. No. Oh god, no, that's ugly looking. I felt better, but okay, maybe now I can do it like this and get that feeling I want out of it. They're close. And, well, close is probably good enough, honestly. Okay. So let's... Okay, turn that off now, so... So for these eyes, well, for the iris, I'm gonna go like this. Not leaving a lot of room on the inside parts. Well, not leaving a lot of room on the parts that face into the nose, but leaving room for the outside parts. And you make sure to draw it kind of properly curving in. That one's... Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah, something like that for both of them. And then for the iris, pupil, not iris. Just draw kind of like that. Still give some more room to the iris around the pupil. So we got something like that. Then honestly I might just need to kind of move the lower lip of the visor down a bit, but it works. And then just gonna get a thin line here. Just kind of like that. Okay. And something like that for the eyebrows. A bit more of a curve on this part though. Yeah, something like that. Probably a bit thicker around here though. Goes like that. Ah, okay, I see where my issue is. This part should be going out a bit more. Okay, yeah. So we get something like that. And just the same here. That line goes out like that. Kind of bunch out like that. And something like that. Okay, so looking at that. Okay, yeah, they're definitely gonna just be hidden, so it's not that big a deal. All right. In that case, for the rest of it, I think actually I'll do the facial details in red, and then I'll have like stuff with the helmet in black. Just round those off. Maybe not exactly. Okay, doesn't look too bad. I want to make this a bit bigger. But okay, I'm definitely liking how the eyes look now. Definitely feels a lot better than like just that. Shame I can't get the eyebrows to show up, but yeah, well. I mean, I'll get these little lines, which might look good, might not. And heck, I might even try doing something like this where I just kind of erase parts of this, like parts of the eye outline. But that'll be for something else. So at the very least, I can, like, let's say just kind of lower it to about here. Just so my eyes aren't kind of like halfway poking out of the visor. Of course, I might want to do something with the nose or mouth later that will make me kind of rethink how this goes, but oh well. But I'd say I actually got a lot done, and the hands weren't really as torturous as I thought they would be. But yeah, no, really having those eyes just really just actually it gives it a lot more, and I'm liking it. Because again, these eyes are just not really adding much. But honestly, just changing the eye shape and size really helps. Okay, it is 7, or well, it's about to be 7 p.m. my time. So it's time to, well, call it a night. So let's find someone to raid into. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh. Okay, I was about to run into someone, but I'm not so sure about the status of their stream, so... Again, the second person I decided I might want to raid into is on a BRB right now, so, Alright, you know what, we're gonna raid into Rainboba. Right now... Okay, yeah, right now she's playing Resident Evil 5. Okay. Alright, so let's start that raid. Okay, so for everybody who tuned in to the stream today, thank you guys. I appreciate having you here, especially when it's, well, I mean, honestly, I appreciate you guys for every stream. It's something that definitely feels a lot nice. It feels like it matters. You know what? No, I appreciate you guys for each and every stream. I appreciate you guys equally for each and every stream. All right. So next stream will be tomorrow. We'll be doing more of Mega Man Star Force. Say we're about the halfway point for the main story for Star Force 1, so that'll be nice. And that will be happening at 5:30. Alright. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, noon, afternoon, evening, day, night, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you have a wonderful time of it, and I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Let's raid. Okay, and for the YouTube side of things, I'll be ending a stream here. I hope to see you guys tomorrow as well. Goodbye.